administration is recommending $231,752. This looks like a pretty substantial increase. I'll point out that it is because of the 5% cost of living increase. Also in this figure, you have the administrative 2 support position that was approved in this budget. And we are recommending a part-time utility maintenance operator. And I'll explain to you when we get into that budget exactly why we are making that recommendation. I'm sorry, the utility maintenance one is not under administration. That will be in utility maintenance. The authority board, we currently have budgeted $12,943,000. We are recommending $13,160. Utility maintenance is $327,650 currently budgeted. We're recommending $362,829. Water purchase, we currently have budgeted $283,048. We are recommending to you $296,269. That reflects the 5% increase from the city of Emporia on the water that we purchase from them. The Jarrett Water Treatment Plant, we currently have budgeted $900,311. We are recommending a reduction there of $873,100. That is due to cost savings now that the reservoir is full. We won't have the electrical costs that we had in this year's budget. And also with the quality of the water that's coming out of the reservoir into the water treatment plant, we don't have as high of a chemical usage as what we did last year. So that's why that reduction is here. The Skipper's Well System, $18,607 is budgeted currently. We are recommending $13,668. That is also a reduction. We had some higher repair and maintenance supplies in the previous year. And also we were doing lead and copper sampling down there, which is done every 3 years. It drove up our water quality analysis costs. They're lower this year, and that's reflected in this budget. Jacksonville Home Well System, we currently have budgeted $4,479. We are recommending $3,873. Debt service, currently at $1,179,658, and we are recommending $1,193,255. Under capital projects for water, we have the meter reading system replacement. This is a 5-year project, or it's a 5-year plan to implement this project. This will be year 2 of 5. We currently have budgeted $65,062 in this year's budget. We are recommending $85,336 next year. We're also recommending the replacement of a maintenance truck maintenance vehicle, which is a truck in the maintenance department. Our pump station truck, it's got some age on it now, and it gets more mileage than any other vehicle in our fleet. The pump station technician, he checks all the wastewater pump stations, water pump stations. This vehicle is truly on the road every day. We are recommending $26,439 to replace that truck. The Jarrett Water Treatment Plant expansion engineering, we are recommending $1,571,813 be budgeted to design the expansion of the water treatment plant. Previously, the funding partners, including the Water and Sewer Authority, the Board of Supervisors, and the MAMAC RIFA, have all adopted resolutions approving their contribution to this budget, and it's reflected in our revenues here. And also, we were notified by Rural Development yesterday that the construction loan application that we submitted, or that the Water and Sewer Authority submitted, was approved. Okay, so hopefully within the next year we will begin the engineering of this project. South water tank mixer. The The south tank is one of our older original style tanks. It does not have a mixing system in it. To improve water quality in the distribution system, our water treatment division is recommending that we install this mixer at a cost of $25,000. The intake pump station water quality monitor. Now that we have a reservoir full of 1 billion gallons of water, good quality water, we want to make sure we protect it. And this water quality monitor will be installed at the intake pump station and would be tied into our control system at the water plant to alert the operators if a chemical spill was detected, so that we can stop the intake pumps, not pump that water in the reservoir, and protect the good water quality that we have. Administration is recommending $20,444 for this project. The lagoon number 1 at the water treatment plant, we're recommending $40,000 to clean out this lagoon. We have 2 lagoons there. One of them is full. The other one is at a manageable level, but with the water treatment plant expansion planning, we're going to be producing more sludge in the future. We would like to get this lagoon cleaned out. This is $40,000 is a very good cost to complete this work. Refurbishing the raw water holding tank at the water treatment plant. This is one of the original tanks that was owned by Georgia Pacific, that was dedicated to the Water and Sewer Authority. There are 2 500,000 gallon tanks. We're proposing to paint one of those tanks in this budget at a cost of $114,741. We want to fence in the industrial park tank. We are recommending to you $18,527. The health department has been recommending this, and it is time that we put this on our CIP, and we're recommending you implement it. For security reasons, all of our water tanks should be fenced. So in total, we are recommending both operating and capital projects in the amount of $4,890,206. Are there any questions regarding our expenses, operating or capital on the water side? If not, if we could flip the page to revenues. I won't take you through each one of the line items in the revenues because they really are contained within, as far as operating, within one department, and that is our billing department. But I would like to take you through the capital projects just to show you where some of these revenues are coming from. The Greensville Jarrett Water Treatment Plant engineering. This is the contribution from the Board of Supervisors. We're recommending $330,908. That's the amount that you previously approved for this project. RIFA has also previously approved contributing $512,908 to design the water treatment plant expansion. We are recommending transferring from the fund balance to engineer the project $727,997. That is in accordance with the resolution that was previously adopted by the Water and Sewer Authority. So in total, our operating and capital budgets balance with our expenditures, $4,890,206. Are there any questions regarding the water revenues? Okay, if we could flip the page to our sewer expenses. I didn't mention in the beginning, but so that everyone is aware, the Water and Sewer Authority actually has 2 separate funds. We have a water fund and we have a sewer fund. That was one of the requirements of rural development when we borrowed money from them in the past, was that we established 2 separate funds. So the first one we went through was our water. Now we're getting ready to take a look at sewer. So in administration, in FY21, we had $276,304 budgeted. We are recommending $331,333 in FY 2022. The authority board currently is budgeted at $19,113. We are recommending $19,680. Utility maintenance is currently budgeted at $644,667. We are recommending $643,318. Falling Run Sewage Treatment Plant is currently budgeted at $73,223. We are recommending $78,666. Three Creek Sewage Treatment Plant is currently budgeted at $757,177. We are recommending $768,396. Sewage Services is currently budgeted at $198,400. We are recommending $202,359. That cost also includes the 5% increase on the purchasing these services from the city of Emporia. The Jarrett Sewage Treatment Plant is currently budgeted at $60,968. We are requesting $59,612 in FY 2022. The Skipper's Sewage Treatment Plant is currently budgeted at $38,830. We are recommending $75,434. This is a substantial increase, but I would just like to point out to you, it is a new treatment plant. We are still in the process of fine-tuning the budget. So we really don't have good data to project what we should budget for the Skipper's wastewater treatment plant for a full year. Really, some of what we have budgeted here is a combination of the two plants. We had the old plant in operation while we were starting up and commissioning the new one. So this is the staff's best estimate of what we need for next year. Hopefully next year or the year after that, we'll have a better idea of what our true cost will be to operate this wastewater treatment plant. Debt service, we currently have $728,402. We are recommending $736,662. Under capital projects for sewer, we are part of that maintenance truck that we were talking about replacing on the water budget. Part of that is in the sewer budget. We're budgeting or recommending $6,921 of that cost be attributed to sewer. We are also recommending that we rehab the St. John's pump station. This pump station is nearing the end of its useful life expectancy. It really does need to be rehabbed. We had bid it out this year. It's in our current budget, but with the pandemic and the inflation, we were not able to complete the project within budget. So we have fine-tuned our estimates, worked with our engineers, and we are recommending $119,100 in FY 2022 to complete this project.
Which one is the St. John's?
St. John's is down off of Brink Road.
Okay.
St. John's is a little street down there off of Brink Road. One of our smaller pump stations, but we still need to maintain it. At the wastewater treatment plant, we are in need of operation and maintenance software. That will it will provide our operators with a maintenance program to allow them to do preventive maintenance. Their current system is actually operating on an old Windows XP computer because it's not compatible with modern day computers, and it's causing problems for us. It really is. IT spends a lot of time. I believe we're using more data than what we need to. Also, it will give them operations software that will assist the chief operator and the operators in the preparation of the monthly discharge monitoring reports that we have to submit to DEQ. So we are recommending $20,378 for this project. So in total, operating and capital projects on sewer, we are recommending $3,061,859. Are there any questions regarding the sewer operating or capital expenditures? If not, if we can take a look at revenues on the next page. Rather than go through each line item, well, I should mention to you on the revenues, sewer service charges. If you see what we have budgeted in FY 2021, we have $2,743,193. We are recommending a reduction in our revenues of $2,674,336. And to explain to you why, this is a direct impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. With the schools being closed, we're not selling water or sewer service to the schools. DOC, there's been a dramatic reduction in usage at DOC with less inmates at DOC. We hope that this will come back again after the pandemic and return, but for now we need to budget based on the revenues that we received this year. So rather than go through each one of these revenue line items, I'd like to go down to the capital projects on sewer to explain them to you. We are recommending a fund balance transfer from the sewer fund for capital improvement projects of $139,478. With that reduction in revenues that we mentioned due to the schools and DOC, we've got a limited amount of funds available on our sewer budget for capital projects. Yet we still have capital needs. So the way we're recommending to fund them this year is to use some funds out of our fund balance. The rest of the capital projects that we have on the sewer will be funded out of our operating revenues. So in total, we have a balanced sewer budget also, $3,061,859 in expenditures and likewise in revenues. Are there any questions regarding the sewer budget? So in total, between water and sewer, our combined funds, we have presented to you a balanced budget of $7,952,065 in expenditures and likewise in revenues. On the revenues, I should have mentioned also that staff is recommending a 3% rate increase for your consideration for both water and sewer.
What kind of increase did the city give us this year?
The city did a 5% water and sewer rate increase.
That affected October the 1st also?
That would be effective October 1st, yes, sir. I looked at the consumer price index today, and inflation over the last 12 months is about 5.4%. So the Water and Sewer Authority has increased costs, right? We have increased labor costs, electrical costs, chemical costs. Buying parts now to maintain our equipment is much more expensive than what it was before the pandemic. Yes, that's in your packet. We're getting ready to go into that next. If we take a look at, we did a water and sewer rate study, which is attachment L. I'd like to address that one first, if we could. This is the same thing, basically, that we presented to you last year. We've just updated our cost. This is based on the 2020 Draper Aiden and Associates report. Draper Aiden does a very nice job of helping utilities by doing a rate study every year. And I put them in order with number 1 being the highest rates and number 6 being the lowest rates. First, we're taking a look at the water rate comparison. You can see that the highest water rate is the city of Emporia. I have it listed as in-town and out-of-town because some localities charge more for people that live out in the county or out of town than what they do their in-town residents. So the Draper-Aden study provides both so that we get an average, and that's what I used. I gave you the in-town cost, the out-of-town cost, and what the average is. So Emporia's average rate for a minimum bill, which the Water and Sewer Authority's minimum bill is 3,000 gallons, is $33.79. The next highest would be the Draper-Aden study itself, where it looked at the average cost in the state of Virginia is $32.78 for 3,000 gallons. The next highest would be South Hill at $32.24. Then Southampton County at $20 to $8. The city of Franklin is at $26.84. And the Greensville County Water and Sewer Authority is the lowest rate at $19.41. Are there any questions on the water rate comparison? Okay, if you would please flip the page, we'll take a look at the sewer rate comparison to see where the Water and Sewer Authority stacks up regarding sewer rates. The state of Virginia, the Draper-Aden study, the average cost in the state of Virginia was the highest one I have listed on here. That was $49.40. South Hill had the next highest sewer rate, and that's for our minimum bill, which our sewer minimum bill is 4,000 gallons. That's average $46.73. The city of Emporia was the next highest at $41.91, and I should have mentioned that the city of Emporia's rate is not based on the Draper-Aden study. It's actually based on their rate increase that took effect July 1st. The city of Franklin is at $41.18. The Water and Sewer Authority is not the lowest this time, but we're the second lowest. That's at $36.21 for our minimum bill paying customers. And Southampton County was at $36. So as you can see, both our water and sewer rates are very competitive. Next, if you take a look at the next section of your budget packet, and that's the impact of the proposed rate increase. So what staff has provided you here is the same thing we did last year. We took a look at how this will affect our minimum bill paying customers. So the first one you're looking at is water at the top of the page. Our current rate for our minimum bill of 3,000 gallons is $19.41. We are recommending to you a 3% rate increase. That's an increase of 58 cents per month. It would take the minimum bill to $19.99. That's just for water-only customers. Next, let's take a look at our minimum bill paying residential sewer customers. Our current minimum bill for 4,000 gallons is $36.21. We are recommending a 3% rate increase. That is an additional $1.09 per month. It would take the proposed minimum bill to $37.30. Now, if we combine the two bills, because we have a lot of customers that use both water and sewer, how it will impact their bill is the minimum bill right now, $55.62. With that 3% water and sewer rate increase, it will increase $1.67 per month. We'll take it to $57.29.
All right, let me ask this question. You said the average increase has been 5%, over 5% everywhere.
I'm sorry, sir?
You said the average increase has been over 5%?
Inflation.
Inflation.
Inflation. If you look at the consumer.
So is the 3% increase going to get us where we need to be?
A 5% increase would be better, sir. But I feel with the pandemic that going up more on our rates than what we truly need right now is not fair to our customers.
Okay.
If we can take care of meet our needs and maintain our operations with a 3% rate increase, then that is what we're recommending to you, sir. One other thing that I didn't state that I need to tell you is these revenues reflect the 13.5% increase that Dominion has agreed to. All right, we've received that through an email. We don't have signed documents yet, Mr. Slayton is still working on it. The Water and Sewer Authority has signed our addendum to the original agreement. We're waiting for that agreement to be returned from Dominion, but it's in the works now. But those revenues are reflected in here. So are there any questions regarding the impact on the minimum water or sewer bill?
You answered mine.
Okay. All right, next we'd like to talk about the capital improvements plan. The Water and Sewer Authority every year develops a 5-year capital improvement plan. This will be our CIP for FY 2022 through 2026. The first project we have listed is year 2 of 5 of the replacement of the water meters. You can see that we have $85,336 budgeted. We are recommending the purchase of a second dump truck in FY 2024. Our current dump truck, can you remind me how old that dump? 31 years old. The county, when you used to have a dump truck at the landfill, that was our alternate, our spare. But now that the landfill doesn't have a dump truck anymore, we will have to rely on a contractor. So, plus with the age of the dump truck, it is just time to start planning on our CIP to purchase another dump truck. Replacement of the pump station truck, we identified this in the budgets, but in total this will cost in FY 2022, $33,360 is what we've recommended to you. Rehabbing the sewer pump station, the St. John sewer pump station, we have budgeted $119,100. In FY 2026, we are recommending that we rehab the Allen Road wastewater pump station at a cost of $173,250. This is a very important pump station to the Water and Sewer Authority. It receives all the wastewater from Borset and delivers it to Three Creek. Right now, it has a small hut over it rather than a building, and it creates problems for our maintenance department as far as servicing these pumps and monitoring and maintaining them. So that's why we're making this recommendation to you. We are also recommending the purchase of a 4x4 tractor with side cutter and bush hog in FY 2023 at a cost of $175,943. The Water and Sewer Authority's added 13.5 miles of new water lines in recent years, 1.7 miles of new sewer lines, 5.25 miles of raw water lines. I'm sorry, the 1.7 miles was raw water lines. 5.25 is sewer lines. And that's a lot of new right-of-ways that our maintenance department has to cut. We have to maintain them. We cannot let them be grown up with trees and overrun and we lose them. This bush hog, with this tractor with the side cutter and bush hog, will allow us to maintain our right-of-ways, and that's why it's recommended. The design of the water treatment plant is recommended in FY 2022 at a cost of $1,571,813. The mixer for the south tank to improve water quality is recommended in FY 2022 at a cost of $25,000. We are recommending a mixer for the Westover Hills tank at a cost of $25,000 in FY 2026. Refurbish the industrial park water tank. We are recommending $175,050 to refurbish that tank in FY 2024. Water quality monitoring at the intake pump station. We're recommending $20,444 in FY 2022. Clean the sludge lagoon number 1 at the water treatment plant. We are recommending $40,000 in FY 2022. refurbish raw water holding tanks at the water treatment plant. These are the two 500,000 gallon tanks. We're recommending $114,741 for tank 1 in FY 2022, and the same amount in FY 2025 for the second tank. We're recommending $18,527 to fence in the industrial park tank site. In FY 2022, we are recommending $18,527 to fence in the south tank in FY 2023. Purchase a new sludge truck. We are recommending deferring this. This project was originally planned to purchase this year in FY 2022. We're recommending to you to defer this purchase until FY 2023 to allow us, the staff, to evaluate the cost of contract hauling. Our current sludge truck is 32 years old. Our wastewater treatment plant operators are taking care of 4 wastewater treatment plants. What they're good at is operating wastewater treatment plants. I believe that truck drivers are very good at driving trucks and transporting sludge from our smaller wastewater treatment plants to Three Creek to be dewatered. We would like to evaluate that this year. That is reflected in the budget that we proposed to you today. So we've already solicited bids to do the sludge hauling. We've received a very favorable cost, and staff is currently evaluating those bids. And depending on your decision as far as whether you're going to let us evaluate it this year, we'll determine whether we make a recommendation to you in October to award this contract. Are there any questions regarding the purchase of the sludge truck?
Okay. I would have a question.
Yes, sir.
And if we don't know the numbers, how do you make a decision unless there's a number there for us to know? If you're gonna contract it out, it's gonna be $2?
We've solicited bids, received those bids, sir. The low bid was $125 per load, which is very cost effective. Our sludge truck is 32 years old. We have not been able to keep it on the road the whole time this year. And our wastewater treatment plant operators have been busy taking care of our wastewater treatment plant. It's currently about 80% of this contract hauling is already in our FY 2021 budget.
And how much did that cost? How much that 80% is costing us?
80%, we have $34,000 budgeted for this line item, and I believe we have spent $20,000. There's more to it than that, though, Mr. Kane. We've added all these miles of water lines. We've also added 3 new pump stations, one of them with treatment, where we treat the city of Emporia's water and blend it with our water, and we have not added any additional labor. We're trying to present to you a way that we believe is to work smarter, right? We've received a request for an additional full-time maintenance man in our maintenance department. But we are implementing some projects that we believe will help our maintenance department. This is one of them. If our wastewater treatment plant operators can effectively stay at the wastewater plant, operate the wastewater plant, and do preventive maintenance, it will be less of a need for our maintenance department to come in and do emergency repairs. We're also implementing that meter reading project, sir. That is an automated meter reading system. It will allow us to go from 2 maintenance men that we take out of our maintenance crew to read meters over a 2-week period, sometimes longer than that when there's snow on the ground or a lot of rain, to where 1 maintenance man will be able to do it driving by with a truck. So it's not just the cost of the contract hauling, sir. It is also that we're trying to use our labor force in the most effective manner at what they're good at, and try to keep from adding more labor to our workforce. Did that answer your question, sir?
I'm not gonna say it answered, but you explained. I was just trying to put numbers together.
You would like me to provide you some numbers on what the contract hauling will cost?
You're right. I mean, when you gave me the $130,500, and I don't know, you know, I couldn't make a decision based on that. I know I couldn't.
Those costs are currently budgeted under our Three Creek wastewater treatment plant, sir. And I'm almost there. Item 3310. We currently have budgeted $34,000. And we're projected to come in at about $11,000 in contract hauling. We are recommending $34,000 again because of this fact, that we're planning to do more contract hauling in FY 2022 to give it a full evaluation. What we bid out is for 1 year's worth of contract hauling, but we have the ability, if the contractor agrees to it, to extend it for 2 additional years. So potentially, we could lock this price in for 3 years. And I personally believe, sir, that contract haulers can do it more effectively than what we can. I think that our wastewater treatment plant operators are very good at operating a wastewater treatment plant, and that's where I'd like them to be working.
You gave me $34,000. That's all I needed.
Okay, all right. Okay, so were there any other questions regarding the 5-year capital improvement plan? Any questions on the proposed operating or capital budget? Would you like to have another budget work session tomorrow, or have we provided you enough information to make a decision?
You gave us a balanced budget,
Yes, sir?
and what I'm looking at right now, you've answered that question for me, so I don't see what, you know, as long as you have a balanced budget, I think you've done a good job of putting this together as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you. I have a good team.
I am upset or disappointed with this note that I have that you're losing one of your team
Yes, that was the next thing we were going to discuss. I'm very upset about that, too. I started to send, he sent it to me last night. I started to put denied and send it back to him.
But I do congratulate him for doing something for himself.
I do. He's better
And
than
I hope-
himself
I wish
and
him
his
the best,
family.
but I really hate to see him go.
I do, too. He's been a wonderful asset to our water treatment team. He's been a great leader out there. But fortunately for us, he was also a good trainer. And he has helped train and develop the operations team that he works with. So although we're going to need to add another operator to replace him, I believe that you've got some good candidates out there at the water treatment plant that likely could fit into his position and do a very good job. I'm not going to say that they'll do as good a job as what Mr. Nunley did, but I'm confident they will do a good job. I had put Mr. Nunley's letter of resignation on your table. If you hadn't seen it, that's what Mr. Conwell was talking about.
It's right here.
Right here.
Yeah, sorry about that, Mr. Brown. I was trying to get through the budget, and then I was going to explain to you about that one.
I may have jumped the gun on you.
Oh, no, you're fine. We did need to discuss it. This is a big loss for the Water and Sewer Authority.
Yeah, I have no questions about the budget because you actually were very, very thorough. And every question that I did have, you answered it before I could even ask it. So
All right, well, that's
you-
good. Thank
your
you.
report is very, very thorough.
Yes.
I had a good team to help put that together.
I agree. We're gonna hate to see Mr. Nunley go because I know he does an excellent job out there in what he does. But I am gonna congratulate him on pursuing his own business because, you know, that's a big step, you know, stepping out there on your own. And I wanna congratulate you on that as well. But I also wanna really, really congratulate you on actually working as a team with your workers and actually training the people that you're leaving behind so that you're leaving, you know, a great situation. And that's what we don't see a lot, and that's across the board anywhere. We don't see supervisors training down and actually participating in a team effort with their team. And I really, really, really am so appreciative of you for that. And I want to see more of that throughout the county and other departments as well.
Yes, yes. Just so you know how successful he was at training his team. There are 3 Class 1 operators out at our water treatment plant. That's the highest level license you can obtain in Virginia, and 1 Class 2. So Scott's done a really great job.
You can always come back.
Well, so may I ask now that could we begin the process of advertising Mr. Nunley's position so that we can get somebody on board?
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you. So I guess there's no need to adjourn this meeting to our budget meeting tomorrow, to recess to our budget meeting tomorrow.
Correct.
If everyone is happy, then
Yes.
staff recommends we adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Roll call. Mr. Astrop,
Aye.
Mr. Brown,
Aye.
Mr. Kane, Mr. Conway.
Aye.
That's all right.
Thank you, Glenn. I think you did a thorough job.
Thank you.